everyone, thank you for watching. Today's video I'm really excited to do. It is going to be a new empties video. So my trash can here is pretty full. So I'm going to share everything that I've used up recently. I have a lot of skincare products in here. When we were moving to our new town, I kind of took on like an unofficial project pan, and I tried to use up a bunch of skincare that I had open. Definitely when you're in the moving process, you kind of see everything that you've been hoarding and backups you've been keeping. And I was like, I have way too much skincare. I need to use up some of these products. So the majority of this empties video is going to be skincare. I do have a lot of like high-end luxury skincare, so I thought it would be nice if I focused on if I think that they're worth the price tag on some of these. And then I do also have some makeup and hair care empties in here as well. But if you're interested in seeing the products that I've used up recently, my thoughts on them, why don't we go ahead and get started. Okay, so like I said, since this is mostly focused on skincare, I just wanted to share my skin type in case I feel like that would be helpful. I do have dry skin. Sometimes in the warmer months here in Iowa, I get a little bit more combo like in my T-zone, but generally I do have pretty dry skin. I deal with a lot of like dry patches, flaking, things like that. I do have sensitive skin, and I'm also 32, so wanted to throw that out there before I started. But on top here, I have this one from Dermalogica. This is the Skin Resurfacing Cleanser. This runs for $45. Now, Dermalogica is one of those brands that I like the majority of their products. Of course, with every brand, there's always hits and misses, but I really like a lot of Dermalogica. When I do skincare videos, collection videos, skincare routine videos, you almost always see Dermalogica, and generally you will see their cleansers. For whatever reason, I'm very particular about my cleansers, and Dermalogica has some of my favorites. My two favorites are the Skin Resurfacing Cleanser and also the Special Cleansing Gel. I have repurchased the Special Cleansing Gel. I have gone through, this is either my second or third full-size bottle of the Skin Resurfacing Cleanser, but I have actually gotten backups, I guess, sent to me in PR from Dermalogica, which I'm super thankful for. But if I didn't, I would repurchase these myself because these are two of my favorite cleansers. The Skin Resurfacing Cleanser, it's a very gentle cleanser, which again, I appreciate because I have more sensitive skin. I like to use this one in my morning routine. And when I'm dealing with items like texture or like a lot of that flaky skin, I definitely like to use this to kind of help resurface the skin, kind of turn over a new layer of skin, if you will. This says a dual action exfoliating cleanser to help retexturize skin. So I like it because you're getting that really mild, gentle exfoliation, but there's nothing gritty, there's nothing tough about this. So I can use this every single day in my AM routine, and it's still a gentle exfoliating cleanser that I feel like is really benefiting my skin. So I really do enjoy this. Like I said, I do like Dermalogica. They're also available at Ulta, and they are newly available at Sephora as well, which is really exciting. So I of course will try to have as many of these products as I can linked down below. Next up, I do have a couple of products from Drunk Elephant. Now, Drunk Elephant is definitely a luxury skincare brand. You can also find them at Sephora, but they are a very, very pricey brand. I've done a lot of reviews on Drunk Elephant products in the past. I've done a dedicated video on Drunk Elephant skincare, and kind of what I have found with their skincare products is products that I think are a little bit more unique, or just like a little bit of like a boost of skincare, I don't mind paying the extra price tag for. Some of their products though, like their eye creams and their moisturizers, I just don't see a lot of hype around them, or I feel like I have other products like eye creams and moisturizers, for example, in my collection that are from more affordable brands, you know, drugstore brands, even things like that. But products such as this TLC Sakari Babyfacial, I enjoyed this so much, and I would spend the $80 on this guy right here. So again, the Sakari Babyfacial is 25% AHA, 2% BHA. It is a very intense facial for the skin. Because I do have sensitive skin, I only use this once a week. Monday night is my Drunk Elephant skincare night. I typically use their cleansers to remove my makeup. I have the Jelly Best Day cleanser, and then I go in and I double cleanse with their new one, the Slay Butter, and then I put this on, and you leave it on for 30 minutes, I think it is. No, 20 minutes. 20 minutes. I probably am between 20 and 30 minutes at this point because I've been using it weekly in my skincare for a very long time. But it says this is a next generation mask. Oh, and then after, sorry, I was gonna say after I put this on, then I follow up with their luxury facial oil. But it says this next generation mask is an at-home facial that effectively yet gently exfoliates the pore lining and gets rid of built up dead skin cells, a whopping 25% AHA, 2% BHA blend of our dream team, and then it lists some of the ingredients in there, but it's supposed to dramatically smooth the texture while minimizing the look of fine lines and wrinkles. So again, I use this once a week. I really enjoy it. I like a lot of the packaging on the Drunk Elephant skincare because they're good for kind of maintaining the ingredients inside, especially when we come to the vitamin C, which I do also have an empty of that one. So I do appreciate that, but this is a product that I feel like since I started using it and using it on a consistent basis, I just noticed my skin looking really nice with this. I've gotten some comments of asking if I've had like Botox or fillers done. I haven't. I will never say never, but at this moment in time, I'm too scared, just to be honest with you. I'm too scared to do something like that. Kind of terrifies me, but I get a lot of comments about having like smooth skin or a smooth forehead or not a lot of lines in my forehead, things like that. I definitely do have lines in my forehead. I did like a close-up when I was trying makeup the other day, and you could definitely see those lines in there. But I feel like having something, like having products like this that I use really consistently, I feel like it kind of helps keep my skin looking a little bit more on the youthful side. Because again, like I said, I am 32 years old, so I don't have the most mature skin, but I also don't have really youthful skin. You know, I've seen sun. Definitely my high school days, that was when like tanning bed crazes really came up, which is like horrifying to think about now, that it literally was like the cool thing to do was to go to the tanning salon with your friends. Like, so my skin has definitely seen a lot, but I feel like products like this really help. So this guy is expensive, but again, I would repurchase this. I would get it on sale. I would wait for like the VIB sale. If Drunk Elephant was doing a sale on their website, something like that, like I would need a sale, but I would want to have that in my collection. Another product that I finished up from Drunk Elephant is the C-Firma Day Serum. This one is also $80. So this one says a revolutionary vitamin C serum packed with a powerful antioxidant complex. Lists some ingredients again. I'm not like a big ingredient person. I'm not great with that, so I don't want to like try to pretend I'm someone I'm not, because I learn a lot from YouTube videos and just kind of researching on my own, but I'm definitely no skincare expert, so please don't think that I am. But it says to reveal a brighter, firmer, and more even looking complexion. This is one that I like to use in my AM routine. So again, I've gone through 2 full sizes now of this one here, and I just had a mini sent over to me from Drunk Elephant, which I was really pleased about because again, these 2 products are ones that I would repurchase myself from Drunk Elephant. Also the night serum. Those are the 3 that I would. I used to think that I would repurchase the luxury oil, but I don't think I would anymore. I think I have found a lot of oils that I really enjoy that are more affordable, that I like just as much. But these 2 products and then the night serum, those are ones that I would repurchase myself and I would like to have in my collection. So wanted to throw that out there with the Drunk Elephant. But again, I do like to use this in the morning. I do like to always have some sort of vitamin C in my skincare. I do think that it's nice for anti-aging and, you know, giving you a brighter complexion. And again, I really like this one. I've gone through a couple of them now and try to use them daily if I can. Just kind of a random one here, but I am tossing this sponge from L'Oreal. It's seen better days and it is starting to rip. And generally, if my sponges start to show a wear like that, I will go ahead and discard them. These are like $7 or $8. A lot of times with L'Oreal, if they are having like a buy one, get one free, or buy one, get one half off at Ulta, that is when I will grab a backup of some sponges. I've gone through plenty of these and I really do enjoy them. So definitely would recommend that L'Oreal sponge. Next up, I do have a hair care product here. This is from the brand Joico. This is a very large conditioner. This is their brightening conditioner. It says for illuminating, hydration, and softness. So I actually went through their shampoo in this line as well. It was probably mentioned in my last Empties video, which I don't even know when that was. I feel like that was probably a while ago. I really like Joico hair products. I had a couple sent over to me in PR and I was really very impressed. A lot of times when it comes to shampoos and conditioners, I feel like I don't notice a ton of results. So when I do, I get very excited about it. So Joico, I think, is a great brand. And another one that I really enjoy is Briogeo. I feel like with these 2 brands, when I use their hair care products, I just really do notice a difference. When I use the brightening conditioner, or also the shampoo for blondes. They also have a brightening mask, a hair mask. I really enjoy all three of those products, and I was actually very sad when I ran out of this conditioner. This is one that I feel like I would repurchase both the shampoo and conditioner because I like them so much. I notice a difference. My hair feels nice and soft. It feels nice and sleek. It looks a little bit on the brighter side, which I appreciate because I feel like I'm someone who tends to lose my highlights pretty quickly. I feel like they fade fairly quickly, but I really do like this line. I think the conditioner is about $19. I do have a few shampoos and conditioners that I'm trying out right now and I'm trying to use up, but I kind of just want to go ahead and repurchase the shampoo and conditioner just because I know they're products that I really enjoy. I feel like my hair looks really good when I use them, so this is definitely a good one. If you guys have tried anything from Joico, I would love to know, but I've been impressed with both their shampoo and conditioner. Next up, I have a product from Olay, and I'm very sad I ran out of this. This one was one I recently used up. This is their Total Effects Whip Moisturizer with sunscreen, so this has SPF 25 in it. I really like this product. I actually think I have something similar as well from Olay in here, but this is the Whip Moisturizer. It's completely empty. This is the Whip Moisturizer and the one with SPF. I started using this as we were getting into warmer weather, as I was being outside a little bit more and in the sun, because I like that it gave me the SPF protection on my face. A lot of times in the summer, I will try to use a moisturizer in the morning that does have SPF in it, especially because I generally get outside right away in the morning and I take my dog on a nice long walk, so then she's nice and calm for me when I sit down and start my workday. So I just immediately want to have my face protected from the sun. So I really like this. They have a regular version without SPF that I've also used up as well. Then I've used up the SPF 25. I really like a lot of Olay skincare products. I have for a very long time. My mom was a big fan of Olay as well. I have actually been able to work a little bit on some sponsored content with them, but that was probably, I'm gonna say, like last year. And even with what I worked on with them, I've gone out and repurchased some of those same products or just other products in the Olay line, but I always try to have like full transparency, so even though it's been a while, I just thought I would throw it out there at you. It was also really cool to work with Olay. Like, that was one even my mom was excited about, because like I said, like, she used Olay too, so that was a pretty cool thing, a pretty big deal for me. But I definitely really do like this. But one thing I've noticed about Olay, since I've been purchasing from them for so long, their prices have definitely gone up. I think this moisturizer now runs anywhere from like $25 to $30, kind of depending where you get it. It's available at Target, Walgreens, you know, CVS, Ulta. So it just kind of varies in there, but it's getting pricey for a moisturizer. You know, Olay used to be something that was really affordable to me. I could grab them in college and have no issues with it, but their prices are definitely going up. But once again, this is a product that I would repurchase. I just feel like my skin gets along really well with it. Again, I really like the SPF for the summertime, so was a little bit bummed when I ran out of that one. So another product from Olay, this is the Cleansing Infusion. This is the Hydrating Glow Facial Cleanser. This has deep sea kelp and aloe extract. So this one was $10, which isn't as bad compared to some of the moisturizers that I feel like have a higher price. So this one is supposed to draw out impurities while drawing in hydration. This one is more of a foaming cleanser, which I use foaming cleansers typically in my PM routine. I don't like to use them in the morning, and I don't know if it's just because I'm not like awake enough to handle a foaming cleanser in the morning, but for some reason I just don't love foaming cleansers in the AM, so I would use this at night. And I thought that it was a nice and gentle cleanser, again because I do have sensitive skin. I really gorge? What am I trying to say here? I really lean towards cleansers that are a little bit more gentle or just feel a little bit more hydrating or something like that on the skin. That's my preference, and that is what I got with this one. I wouldn't say though that it's a 100% favorite cleanser of mine. Again, I'm just super weird when it comes to cleansers. I just have my like specific preferences, but also I also think that I don't love foaming products as much as I do the non-foaming cleansers, if that makes sense. But I still liked it, and especially the price on this one isn't as bad, isn't as high as I think maybe I was expecting. So for the $10, it's a nice one. If you do like foaming cleansers, you could definitely check this out, especially if you are a little bit more dry, but not a 100% favorite of mine. And then I do have one more product from Olay. I was fairly sure I had used up another Whip moisturizer for this Empties video. It was a little bit at the bottom, but I dug a little bit in here. So this is the Luminous Whip moisturizer, and again, this one is completely used up. So this is one that I was using more in the winter time because I felt like I got more hydration with this one versus the one with SPF, but I liked the SPF for the warmer months because of the skin protection. I liked this one because it was very, very lightweight, yet it still felt like almost like that splashing water on your face or something like that. It just was very, very hydrating, very smooth and gentle and all that good stuff on my skin. But I'm really a big fan of the Olay Whip moisturizers. So I definitely would recommend these, even though I think that these are a little bit more expensive. I'm also pretty particular when it comes to my moisturizers. I have specific ones that I really enjoy, and definitely these ones from Olay I'm a big fan of. So this one here was the Luminous Whip. I would also recommend and repurchase this one for myself. I have a mascara that I used up. This is from Neutrogena. This is the Hydro Boost Plumping Waterproof Mascara. I did quite like this mascara. I would really used it a lot last summer, so I know that it's been opened for too long, and I just needed to go ahead and say goodbye to it because mascara does expire pretty quickly. But I liked this one. It did have a nice waterproof formula because I can remember wearing this a day last summer when we went floating. I think it was actually early September, that it was still pretty warm out, and we floated the river with some friends, and I wore this and I was like, this could either go really well or this could go horribly wrong, and it went really well. I didn't get you know, a lot of transferring with it after being on the water all day, sweating all day. So I was impressed with this waterproof formula, but it is pretty much gone, and I know that it does need to be tossed from my collection. I will go ahead and link the wands for wildlife down below. I tried to touch on that in my last, I think it was a Shop My Stash, but I was talking about a mascara I used up. You can send in, you can clean your wands and send them in, and then they use them on wildlife. So I will have that one linked down below, and that's where I will be sending off my wand to. Next up, I finally went through my First Aid Beauty facial radiance pads. Now I have gone through multiples of these. I've gone through the bigger ones, which have 60 pads. I've gone through the more like travel versions, which have like 16 or something like that. I think the one for 60 runs around the $30 range, the $32 range. Like I said, I've gone through multiples of these. I really did enjoy them. I was first drawn to the First Aid Beauty brand because they were geared for sensitive skin, and I've really gone on to like a lot of their products. So this says to help exfoliate, tone, and brighten. It's alcohol-free, safe for sensitive skin. This was a really nice jar to just be able to throw into my travel bag, because when you opened it up, all the different pads would be in there. They would already be, you know, soaked with the product, so when you took it out, it was wet. I never had any problems with them drying out, you know, as long as you twist the cap on and all of that. I feel like everything stayed, you know, pretty saturated until the very last pad that I used in here. But I really liked it as just kind of a quick toner. So instead of, you know, especially when I was traveling, to take a toner with me plus like, you know, the cotton pad or round or whatever it is that you need to apply it, that was just kind of already on here, so it was very easy to use. Again, I've gone through a lot of these. I've kind of steered away from them a little bit. I have been trying out the Bliss peel pads, and I've been really enjoying those, and I feel like they give almost like a little bit more oomph to my skin. I don't know if it's because I'm getting a little bit older or what, but now I almost feel like I need like just a little bit more with my skincare, and I almost feel like First Aid Beauty was good when I didn't need as much. I don't know how to explain that, but I've said this before when it comes to skincare. Like in college, I felt like I could, you know, get away with, you know, maybe not as good of ingredients in skincare or things like that, because my skin was just like nicer back then. And now I feel like I kind of have a little bit more issues as I've been getting older. So I don't mind paying a little bit more extra now in my skincare, because I feel like it's really helping. So I've been kind of steering away from these a little bit, but I do still really like them. I do still recommend them. I've still gone through so many of them. I just don't know if I would repurchase them right away, and I felt like it took me a while to get through this final one. So I was glad when I finally got through it, because I knew I'd had it for a while, but still quite like these. If you guys have a current favorite from First Aid Beauty, let me know. I used up a scrub. This is from Soap & Glory. So this is the Scrub of Your Life, the Ultimate Super Smoothing Body Buffer. I liked this one. So this was just in my shower. I liked this one because it did have kind of like those exfoliating beads in there. So it was a little bit gritty. So it felt nice to just kind of like feel like you're kind of like slawing away at your skin. So I did like that. The packaging, for whatever reason, I kind of had issues with. I felt like I struggled to get product out, especially like even towards like the halfway mark. I felt like all of a sudden I was really struggling to get product out. So towards the end, I was just having to twist off the entire bottom and just like dump product out in my hand that way. So I didn't love that part of it, but it was a nice scrub. I don't think that I would run out and repurchase it though, but it was okay. I find like Soap & Glory products are usually like decent for me. There's not a love that I absolutely love, but there's not a lot that I absolutely love, but there's also not a lot that I like totally dislike, you know? They're kind of like right in the middle for me. I have a couple products from Ole Henriksen. So this is the Uncover the Truth 3-in-1 Melting Cleanser. So this was a cleanser that I would use to remove my makeup, you know, any dirt, grime, sludge, I'm just kidding, on my face. I really did like this. This runs for about $32. I really do like this. I've recommended this in past videos, but I kind of found as I was, you know, trying to use it up and also trying a few other like melting cleansers especially, that I felt like I wasn't loving this one as much as I used to. It almost, like, to me it almost felt like it was a little bit too slippery on my skin, and sometimes when I would get done I would feel like I hadn't fully washed away the cleanser. Like I would still feel almost like if you went like that you would like get cleanser on your finger, you know, like that's kind of how I felt. So again, I liked it for a really long time. I mean, I still used it all the way up, but I felt like there was other cleansers that I was starting to like even more. I really do like the new one from Drunk Elephant, their Slay Butter Melting Cleanser. I really do like that one. The Glossier, the Jelly Cleanser, I also like that one. So that was something that I kind of noticed. So I wanted to mention that. I don't think I would go on and to repurchase this one. Again, this was $32, I believe. I've also noticed this being out of stock quite a bit because I think I mentioned it somewhere. I tried to link it somewhere and it was out of stock at Sephora and also on the Ole Henriksen website. Actually, I don't think it was even on the Sephora website. Like it was completely wiped off of there. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. Maybe it's back in stock by this time, but thought I would mention that. But it was a good one. I used it all the way up, but I don't think it's a favorite anymore or one that I would repurchase. The next one though is one that I really enjoy from Ole Henriksen. This is the Banana Bright Eye Creme. It says with vitamin C and collagen boosted. This little guy is very pricey though. It is $38 for the full size eye cream, but I really want another one. And I'm so mad because I can remember mentioning this right before the Sephora VIB sale, which happened in like April, I believe it was. And I was like, you know what? I know I'm getting down there on this, but usually with skincare, I think I'm almost done with something. Like I'm like, I have 3 uses left and I have 23. And I was like, even though I think I'm getting down there, like I think I still have enough to last me. I swear to you, I ran out of this like 2 days after the sale ended. And I was like, are you freaking kidding me? Because I love this. This is one of my favorites. I will repurchase it. But $38 is very, very pricey and I do want to get this on sale. But this is definitely one of my favorite eye creams. I get asked a lot which ones are my favorite. Like I scraped every little bit out of here. I really like this because I think it's hydrating on the under eyes, but I think that it adds like a little bit of like plumpness. Like it said it has the collagen boosted. I really do feel that way, and I've been trying out a few different eye creams right now. I'm trying out one recently from Estee Lauder, and I feel like I can tell in my videos, like as I'm editing them back. Got hair on me? I feel like I can tell in my videos as I'm editing them back that I can see like almost like just my under eyes aren't as firm. They aren't as like plump as they used to be. And I'm like, I might just have to go out and buy this right now because I just feel like the Estee Lauder isn't really doing what I need for my under eyes. And I just feel like I can tell a difference since I use this one up, and I can even tell on camera. So I know not everyone believes in eye creams or thinks that you need them, but it's crazy when you can see a visible difference in your eyes. So I just thought that I would point that out. I really do enjoy this one. I think that it's pricey, but I would repurchase it on my own, and I want that one back in my collection. I need that one back in my collection. So I did finish up a Stila Glitter, and this is just funny because I do a Shop My Stash every month, and at the beginning of the month I pull the products that I'm going to be trying out, and then at the end of the month I will go through those products. I will declutter some from my collection, just let you know how I was getting on with them. I used up one of my Stila Magnificent Metal Glitter and Glows. This one is in Rose Gold Retro, and I was like, normally when I declutter something from my Shop My Stash I just declutter it right there, but I was like, I'm putting this in my empties bin because I'm really proud of this. I don't really go through makeup in general all that quickly, but especially a glitter. Like, I mean, I've had this for a while and it still took me ages to get through, but this one, it's pretty dry right now. I mean, but really you can tell like from the sides, I was really scraping at this guy. But I do enjoy these. I swear something is just like flying around and like landing on my lip gloss. Can we not? Can we not? But I used really the crap out of Rose Gold Retro. It was definitely one of my favorites from Stila. I also really enjoy Kitten Karma, Smoldering Satin, Bronze Bell. I think that they're beautiful glitters. These are like, what, $20, $24, but They're beautiful. I probably, if I was going to repurchase these, if I needed some in my collection right now, I would try to do one of those mini sets because I like the thought of getting a few different glitters and just like being able to switch it up but still getting the mini sizes. And you know, I just love minis anyways. But this one was beautiful. I was kind of sad to see it go, but I know I have some other ones in my collection, but I was also pretty proud that I used that up. Next up, I have a very pricey product. This is from Lancome. This is the Advanced Genifique Concentrate, a Youth Activating Concentrate. This guy for the full size is $78. I know they have a larger size as well. This is the 1.69 fluid ounces. I think they have a larger one that's like over $100. So that's crazy. So this one comes in a dropper form. So this is more of a serum, and I used every last drop out of this one. I do really like this. I feel like when I use this one, my skin does take on that more youthful appearance when I used it really consistently in my AM routine. I just felt like I really could see a visible difference. I've mentioned this one before on my channel, and I've said how much I have enjoyed it, but the price tag is really high on this one, and I feel like there are other really good serums out there that I just really enjoy. And I know that this isn't the same as like the vitamin C serum from Drunk Elephant, but if I'm thinking about what I want in my morning routine, I would rather have the Drunk Elephant, which is still, so this is 78 for the over 1 fluid ounce. I believe you get 1 fluid ounce in here, and this is $80. So I mean, very similar there, but I think that I would still rather have the Drunk Elephant. I think the ingredients in there are also a little bit better than the one in the Lancome, but I really did enjoy this one. Like I said, I did use it all the way up, and I thought that I saw really good results with it, but it is just pretty pricey. So for me, I wouldn't repurchase this one anymore. I would continue to keep repurchasing the Drunk Elephant to have that one in my morning routine. I do have one more product from Olay. This is the Olay Eyes Deep Hydrating Eye Gel. I think this guy is about $20 or so is what I was finding. Again, you can just find Olay at a bunch of different retailers. This is one of my favorite eye gels. I've been through maybe like 3 now at this time, and I really enjoy them. It's a really cooling formula. When I put it on my under eyes, I just feel like they're being very hydrated. I think that it helps with depuffing, and again, it's just one of my favorites. I have gone on, I think the first one I received was in PR, but then I have gone on to repurchase multiples of these, and I will repurchase another one. I do also feel like I do get some of the firming effects. Like I've never noticed my under eyes looking how I feel like they do now when I use this and the Olehenriksen. These are probably my top 2 favorite eye creams. I just feel like my under eyes look really nice when I'm wearing these consistently, so definitely enjoy this one from Olay, and I would repurchase that one. I have another one here from Ole Henriksen. This is the Pore Balance Facial Sauna Scrub. So this is my second full size that I've gone through with this one, I believe, and I've also gone through a mini of this. So this is something that I would keep in my shower usually, and it's a really interesting scrub because when you first apply it, it goes onto the skin very warm, like almost kind of hot. You leave it on for a few seconds, and then when you wipe it away, wash it away, it's a little bit more on the cooler side. It is a little bit more gritty, but it's not too much on my sensitive skin, but it's just a really nice, you know, it's supposed to be really good for pores. And I feel like when I would use this one, I would notice that my pores looked a little bit smaller. Sometimes I deal with them right here. But my issue that I realized with this one is that I felt like I was going through it so quickly, and I felt like other, you know, scrubs or masks that I would keep in my shower, I would just be able to get much more use out of them. And this one, I'm just checking the price. This is $28. So like I said, I've liked this one, but I feel like it's too much money for how quickly I'm going through it. And I know it's a good thing, like obviously I'm doing this Empties video. I like to be able to go through products and all of that, and it feels good when you use something up. But I just feel like I'm going through this one too quickly, and there's other products that I enjoy. Like right now I have a Pixie Glow Mud in my shower. Really like that one. It's a little bit more affordable than the Ole Henriksen, and I feel like I've been using it for so long and I'm not going through it. So I don't think I'm going to be repurchasing this one anymore, which is shocking to me because I've recommended this so much. Obviously I've repurchased it so many times, but I think that I'm kind of over this one now, so wanted to share that. So next up I have a brow pencil. This is from Covergirl. This is their, what is this called? The Ultra Fine Brow Pencil. I have the shade Honey Brown. I have gone through the one in Blonde also, and I went through the one in Honey Brown. I love these. These are like $7, $8. I do want to repurchase another one. It's just a super fine brow pencil. I mean, I've used it all the way up. You do have a spoolie on one side also. Reminds me of like the Benefit Precisely My Brow. If you can hear my dog, my husband just got home, but it reminds me of the Benefit Precisely My Brow, but it's only like $7 or $8. But I went to repurchase it one time on the Ulta website, and they only had like 3 different shades on there. Like they didn't have the full shade range in the brow products, and I was kind of bummed about that. But I'll definitely repurchase this one. I think it's a good one. If you haven't tried it out yet and you can find your shade, I definitely recommend it. And lastly, the final product is one from Kopari. I'm so sad that I used this one up. This is the Lip Glossy. I have mentioned this quite a bit on my channel. I would use this in my AM skincare routine. I would treat my lips like I would my face when it comes to my skincare. I generally would have dry lips, and I love liquid lipsticks and all of that, but when my lips were so dry, they weren't as flattering on my lips. So I started incorporating lip balms and things like that in my regular skincare routine, both in the AM, and I use the Laneige sleeping balm at night, and I feel like that's made a huge difference. But I love the Kopari Lip Glossy. I think this is like $13 or $15. I do want to repurchase another one of these, and I felt like it took me a very long time to use this up, so for the price, I do think that it's worth it. This is such a like hydrating, nourishing lip balm, and once I put it on at 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning, I felt like it would last me up until I was doing my makeup for YouTube video at noon, 1 o'clock. It was still on, and so I just felt like it would last a long time and really kind of keep my lips prepped for whatever lip products I was going to use that day. So definitely recommend this one. I do want to go ahead and repurchase it, and I think that it's a fine price, especially for how long it lasts. You need such a small amount of product, and again, it's just so nourishing and like thicker on the lips. This is a really nice product. I'm very impressed with this one from Kopari. But after that, my trash can is empty once again. That is going to wrap it up for today's Empties videos. I hope that you enjoyed this one. Definitely focused a lot on skincare, but I hope I gave you some good information and what products I think are worth their price tag and which ones I'm going to repurchase. Of course, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And as always, if you guys enjoyed this video, I hope that you'll give it a thumbs up. I hope that you'll also consider subscribing before you go, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Bye.